What's going on, guys? Danny Cal coming at you with another video. I am out here on the lake, Horseshoe Lake to be exact, trying out this new kayak I just got. What's up, Tim? What's going on? Just out here trying out this new kayak I picked up on Friday, I think, a couple days ago, and doing a little bit of kayak fishing just to try it out and make sure this thing is not leaking. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to fish for very long today because I got to work, but I figured I needed to get out here because the kayak season is almost over. This lake will soon be closed for the duck hunters. So I think it's probably next week or in 2 weeks. This will be closed to the general public and will only be accessible to the duck hunters. As you can see right there, there's a duck blind, and they're littered throughout the lake, so they don't let anybody on here so that they don't get shot by the duck hunters. So I'll have to find somewhere else. As long as the weather permits, I'll be able to get out and do a little bit more kayak fishing here in the next coming couple weeks. I mean, luckily, we are in October, and it kind of feels like August. So I think it was like 87 degrees today. What's up, country girl? Yeah, unfortunately, the Mississippi River here in our stretch, which if it wasn't cloudy, you could see the arches right here at St. Louis downtown. But the river, our stretch of river is far too treacherous for kayaking, in my opinion, especially as somebody who is new to kayaking. I would never even think about dropping this thing in there. That current's ripping 6 mile an hour sometimes, and then you got humongous barges. Yeah, not for me. Here, you got a couple fishermen out today on the water. Other than that, you don't really got to. There's nothing. This lake's about 3 foot deep all the way around. It's a pretty big lake, but it's super shallow. So even if this thing were to sink, I could walk out of here. I haven't had any bites yet, though. I'm not sure. How do you do that? I've never even heard of dual streaming. Country girl, I picked this. It's called a Emotions Spitfire 8. It weighs, I think, 35 or 40 pounds, and it fits in the back of my car. So it's pretty awesome. It's an 8-footer. I carried it from my car to the ramp, dropped it in. So it's pretty light, it's short, and it works pretty well. The only reason I was able to get this kayak, obviously I've always wanted one, but I was on Craigslist the other day and I seen somebody had this for sale and it was $75. I will be making a whole video because this thing actually had a hole in it in the rear, and I did a YouTube patch and now this thing floats. It doesn't have a hole anymore. I actually used the same plastic from this kayak because it did not have rod holders, but I actually cut some holes in it and installed these rod holders right here. So I did that, and then the plastic that I got from cutting those holes, I used to plastic weld that hole. And it was only about a 2-inch gash in it, and it sealed up pretty well. Then I coated it with JB water weld, sanded that down, and then covered it with Gorilla Tape, which is all ideas that I got from watching YouTube videos and making sure that this kayak was going to be fixable. So I am currently on the water, and it also came with this paddle. And this is a Carlisle paddle, This thing alone retailed for $79.99. So basically, I bought a paddle, and they threw in the kayak. I offered the lady $60. She sure come and get it. I went, I picked it up, and now I'm on the water fishing. After installing the rod holders and the stuff I purchased to fix it, I think I'm in it about 80 or $90. So it's pretty cheap. You can't go wrong with a little Craigslist DIY action. I've currently been sitting in it on the water for approximately 2 hours. Fishing is slow today, but hey, we're trying. All I have is night crawlers. I didn't want to throw the net, so just lazy me. This lake has this lake actually has a great shad population. So actually, this rod here has a uh, it's called a high-low rig, usually used for saltwater fishing. But so I have this one suspended. I let it hit the bottom and then I just cranked it up one time, so it's just a little bit off the surface. And then this one's just a regular Carolina rig that I'm actually dragging on the bottom because this is all mud bottom here. There's nothing to snag on. So this one's just dragging and this one's suspended. And I actually started off pretty much on that bank, and the wind has drifted me almost to the boat ramp, which is right in front of me over here, just a couple 100 yards away. So I'm gonna let it basically just take me to the ramp, and then I'm gonna call it a day. But the app I'm just using the regular YouTube app. I just go to my YouTube channel, and then in the corner it has a little thing that says if you want to go live or whatever, and you just hit YouTube live, go live. It'll take a picture, and then it'll allow you to actually stream. So, and I am in a very urban area, so I have really good signal right now. It may not look like it because this is a big lake, but like downtown St. Louis is literally right there somewhere. Yeah, so pretty foggy out for some reason. Kevin, yeah, no, hey, whatever we can do to help, bud. Whatever we can do to help. That's what it's all about for us, especially Country Girl and Tim, great people. They've supported me here on this channel for quite some time. Hey, yeah, no problem. Yeah, I'll have to get a hold of you, Tim, and you'll have to tell me about that dual streaming. I never even heard of it. So what we'll do is I work all this week basically, so it'll probably be in about 2 weeks. But I do plan on going fishing, and we'll definitely have to do it, man. I'm totally down for that. We'll do a dual stream or whatever that is. Also picked this up the other day. I don't know how you use it, but I think that's how you use it. Oh crap, I missed that. Hey, I went bass fishing yesterday as well. I actually did really well. Really well. I think that yesterday was probably the best day I had. I lost a 5-pound bass on the side of the boat because I was trying to boat flip it, let off a little slack, and he just came right off. But we got a really good look at it. It was a toad. Kevin, definitely. I will definitely be at the Catfish Conference in February. So I'll see you there. Also, I have a bunch of videos lined up. I know I haven't really been posting, but been kind of busy and just haven't had the time to sit down and edit. I've shot a lot of videos, and the fishing has actually been pretty horrendous. I haven't really caught anything to show. Oh goodness, man! I should have brought me some Luke Hinch's lemon tea. Need some of that pure leaf. Woo! Nice, Tim. You're getting a booth this year, huh? That's gonna be awesome. I don't really have anything to sell, so I won't be having a booth, but I'll definitely be there, and I'll definitely come by your booth and chill with you guys for a while. Country girl, you going to the Catfish Conference this year or what? I know it's probably a good drive from Texas. Yeah. Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, I can't wait. I think this year is going to be much bigger than last year. Yeah, I would definitely recommend flying because driving is probably right. See, for us here from St. Louis, my I think it was like a 6 hour drive, maybe maybe 5 hour drive, but it's not too bad. Definitely worth it, anyways. As far as networking and just getting to meet everyone and seeing the whole thing go down, just seeing the catfish industry explode is pretty awesome, and I'm looking forward to seeing it continue growing and hope to become a part of the growth. I just haven't really narrowed it down to what I can offer to this industry. Right. Yeah, no, Tim, I think you'll do much better this year since you'll actually be able to let people know that you're going to be there. Hey, I drove to Gallatin last year. From here, that's well over 1,000 miles, and it was really worth it. Texas is beautiful. I also went to San Antonio, Houston, and Austin. We spend most of our time in Austin. It was great. After that trip, I almost moved to Texas. It's kind of funny because we used to just drive through Texas on the way to Mexico to go visit family, and I was like, man, I hate this state because it was so hot. We would go in the summer, and it was always so hot that I was like, nah, I would never move to Texas. But then I spent some time there, and I was like, I could totally live in Texas. Really, I didn't know. I didn't know about that. You see, the guy who was putting it together, I believe his name's Herv, Herv, something like that. He got a hold of me, and he wanted to do something together, and maybe work on a partnership of some kind to produce content for the Catfish Conference. But then I never heard back from him, so I don't know. I don't know. I know he wanted like to pull some of the YouTubers. I'm not sure what you were trying to say, Tim. Yeah, WSF. We will come look for you. Man, I was really hoping to catch a fish before I crash into this bank, but oh, I got give me his number, Tim. I just never heard back from him. I was kind of, you know, just waiting for him to get a hold of me. Whoa, is that a bite or what? No, no, I'm just dragging. Um, yeah, the Catfish Conference is in Louisville, Kentucky. I believe this year will probably be the last year they do it in Louisville because of the size of it. Unless they can find a bigger venue, I think. And if it's as big a crowd as it has been, I think they will probably have to move it. But yeah, yeah, I do know his. Like I said, I did talk to him. He sent me his number, and he said he'd get a hold of me, with plans. But then I'm not sure. I guess it might have fell through. He was getting a bunch of YouTubers together and wanted to have them produce content and use some of the products that are affiliated with the Catfish Conference. But then I never heard anything. So if I hear from him again, I would more than willingly work with those guys because they are doing a great thing for the catfish community. Yeah, Country girl, I told them St. Louis, centrally located. We have an airport. You could come by rail. You could come by bus. We have a bus station. Uh, the fishing is great. Even if you don't bring a boat, you can fish from the bank. Downtown, lots of hotels. You can stay in cheaper hotels right across the river where I'm at here in the Collinsville area. And there's big venues for conferences here in this area. But I've seen a lot of people requesting St. Louis, and it just makes sense logistically for an event like that. And the catfish community here is already big in and of itself. St. Louis has been always been a catfish community, but look at all the ducks. Ducks or snow geese or whatever. I don't know what the hell they're called. I'm not a duck hunter, but man, if people were hunting, all you'd hear is just nonstop fire. They're everywhere. So yeah, that's exactly what you hear. It's kind of an. I work in the area where this lake is situated, so we get complaints of you know people who live nearby always complain that people are shooting. It's like, hey, it's perfectly legal. Oh, what if I just took a spill? That'd be horrible. So what are you guys up to today? Probably at work. If I mean, it's 1:30. What's today? Monday. 1:30 on a Monday. I'm sure you guys are probably at work. Try to paddle out here and see if paddling one-handed is kind of nice. Doing payroll. Hey, well, put me in there. I could use a couple extra bucks. Yeah, Tim, I definitely will. Oh, I got some pictures the other day. I went night fishing. I took some guys from work, and we went and did some night catfishing down at the dam. And I we got one small flathead and a small channel cat, and I had them whisker sticks out. I got some pretty awesome pictures. I think you saw the one I posted on Facebook. I think I have a couple more, and I think you're gonna like them. And you're more than welcome to use them for whatever you want. If you want to share them or whatever. I got to get out there at night. I thought I was gonna be doing. I'll be doing it for what time, Tim? You doing a stream today, Tim? Need to get a little mount for this thing. This phone gets heavy. Yeah, I'm probably gonna do a little bit of Facebook stream here before I take off. 2:38 now. 7. Oh, nice. I'll be able to get on. I'll be at work. I'll just throw it on there. Yes, I do have a Twitter account. It's at DC089N, or I believe it's just Daniel Calderon, Calderon. It should also there should be a link in my bio on my YouTube channel as well for the good old tweeter. I don't use it as much as I should. I use Facebook a lot more, Instagram. Also, go follow me on Instagram. Trying to reach 1,000 followers before the end of the year. We're closing in. Okay, Tim. Cool. I'll be on there for sure. Also need to find some tips on setting this kayak up for angling. I think I'm gonna do some pontoons. Yeah, mainly use Twitter for the news. It's great for news. Follow a bunch of news networks, and then you kind of get all the breaking stories and everything. It's pretty awesome for that. But I don't have a big following on there, so I don't use it much. But I need to. Now, does this sound okay, or is it sound muffled or windy or anything? I have a mic for it. This is just my phone, but it's this new iPhone doesn't have a headphone jack, so my microphone doesn't work with it. I have to get an adapter. Yeah, Frank. Yeah, I'll have to get a hold of him. I know I, he's a he's a friend on Facebook for sure. So I'll definitely have to see what his opinion is. Also, if you guys want to watch some awesome kayak stuff, Catfish Kayak or Kayak Catfishing Justin on YouTube. He has some awesome videos. He always catches some big old monsters out of the Tennessee River in his kayak. No, he is a kayak professional angler. Me, I'm just a novice. I don't even know what I'm doing out here, but I like being out here. Let's see. Yeah, so the rods I'm using is the Hypercat rod with the Cat Max reel, and then I have a 13 fishing bass fishing combo right here. It's got the Omen black rod, and then I have the 13 fishing Inception right there. I got that on Craigslist as well for a steal. This rod alone retails for about 100 to $110 or something like that, and then the reel is about 100, 110 or $120. And I paid total for the pair on Craigslist. I paid $90. The Big Cat Fever rod that I got at the conference is at home with a broken. Well, it's not broken. The top tip, the guide at the tip actually came off. It just came unglued, and then the little inserts on those Big Cat Fever rods, the spinning editions, it has a little. I'm not sure if it's ceramic or if it's a stainless insert. Came out, so when you go to cast the rod, it just cuts your line off. So let's just say I'm not happy about that because I have Walmart rods that I've had for 5, 6 years, and that's never happened to one of my rods. And I don't take care of my rods, I will say that. I do beat them up pretty good, but kind of sucks that, you pay 70 or $80 and then the rod falls apart. So it's out of commission now, and I haven't had the time to reach out to them to see if there's something they can do about it. But I will keep you guys posted on whether or not they stand behind their product like a good company should, which I'm sure they do. I just haven't had the time. They seem like a pretty reputable company. So, and I will tell you what, we did catch a 70. Hector caught his 72 or 74 pounder on that. So it definitely holds up. I mean, 74-pound blue cat from the bank. That's pretty good. That's probably the biggest. Honestly, I should have sent him a message and asked what what the biggest fish that he's heard of caught on one of those rods from the bank. That's probably one of the bigger ones. Hector 74 pounder. Yeah, whenever they came out with that spinning combo, I jumped all over it because us bank anglers like our spinning combos. These bait casters are great. Oh yeah, like I said, I definitely don't question that they have quality products. I just, you know, I'm not sure why that came off, but it happens. Like I said, I don't really take care of my rods, but they have lasted me a long time. I'm gonna do a video and do my whole rod and reel arsenal. I don't have a whole lot, but yeah, I have seen those videos of Zach uh, catching Goliaths on them. That's impressive. Those Goliaths, man, you better hold on. Heck, I've seen them snap, you know, those specific saltwater rods, and they just snap them right in two. So that's a powerful fish. Also, quick fact about this lake here: this lake was stocked last year or the year before with alligator gar. The alligator gar was fished into extinction. So if you do not believe that fish can be fished into extinction, this water here and the Mississippi River are, testament to that can actually happen. So we fished the alligator gar into extinction here in this area a while back, and then the IDNR, the Illinois Department of Natural Resources, has begun a this whole thing to restock the alligator gar and get them back to a healthy population. Now this already has an extremely healthy gar population. It's mainly long nose, spotted, and short nose gar. And now they've reintroduced the alligator gar, which, if you don't know, the alligator gar grows to approximately 200 pounds or something retarded. But I'm looking forward within the next 20 years, hopefully, if God willing, I'm still around and we can fish for those, because I definitely plan on going down to Texas to the Trinity River and targeting those fish. But it would be a lot better if I didn't have to travel that far. Like I said, this lake here, and the reason they chose this lake in Illinois was because it has a great shad population. This is where I get some of my bait sometimes. I'll just catch it here, freeze it, use it later. Fortunately, today I was too lazy. Yeah, so, well, we're going on almost 30 minutes on this stream, so I'm going to go ahead and cut it short and head on out of here. Probably go on Facebook Live here for a second before I head out. But yeah, so thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for more videos. And I did take some pictures and stuff of me fixing this kayak and whatnot, so that video will be coming up. Yeah, so stay tuned to my YouTube channel. Make sure you go and follow me on Instagram, like, subscribe, find me on Facebook and Twitter, and I will see you guys next video.